Alright, here we go. Thomas Coffen. Screen name Thomas Coffen as well. One of the few Predators that had the same, used his own name as his screen name, which is a bold move, if you ask me. But, if you're expecting the Predators to make sense, it's not going to. But yes, his screen name, Thomas Coffen. Call him the cowboy predator, the sex symbol predator, whatever you want to call him, because he's a cartoon character, man. He's a legend. The Fort Myers thing might be my favorite, honestly, because there's so many classic predators in there. Thomas Coffen would be an A-lister. He would be a top tier predator if he showed up anywhere else, but because he shows up in Fort Myers, he gets a little bit forgotten about, I think. So he's a little bit down the tier list in terms of the Predators from Fort Myers. So, but we're gonna give him his due right now. So let's do it. This is Thomas Coffen getting out of his nice van. Looks like it's got a spray painted backwards or sideways A on there. Not quite sure what the hell that's about, but he is, maintaining that stereotype anyway about pedophiles, about pedophile thing, with the white van. Of course he's here looking for work and stuff, so he's bringing his tool chest, as you could say, as he is doing blacktop sealing.
Could easily pass for a 13 or 14-year-old.
So I skipped through some of the garbage where it just talks, where it's Chris Hansen talking. We don't need to see all that crap, so here we go.
Oh my god.
He's out of the vehicle.
What is he carrying?
We were trying to figure out what Thomas Coffen had.
He's walking up the driveway.
The wheelbarrow's in the way!
Worried about a weapon. It could also be alcohol or any number of things. In the case of Thomas Coffen, it was nothing.
Made the turn. Knock on the back door.
So what is he carrying? It looks like cigarettes, his wallet, some type of beverage. They were like freaking out. Oh my god, what is he carrying? I'm like, yeah, okay, like just relax, take it easy. It's Thomas Coffen, alright?
Door.
Hey, come on in! Huh? Come on in!
Thomas Coffen, aka Thomas Coffen.
Here, I made you some chocolate chip cookies and they're on the table.
Look at this guy's outfit, man. I mean, the cut-off cowboy vest, the shitty hat, the sunglasses, it would look pretty badass if he didn't look the way that he does, where he's got a huge beer gut, and he's bald, completely bald. At 31, he's completely bald, just like Lee Greer. Lee Greer was 31 also at the time, and he was bald also. Yeah, and, he just looks like a disgusting human being. I mean, he just looks like he's not very sanitary. And the germaphobe in me, in me is, it's not happy right now. It looks like Anthony Palumbo in the background, kind of.
Getting changed, I got some chocolate on my shirt.
Didn't need to do that.
He's in the kitchen.
Come into the living room and take a seat.
I'm right here standing. Yeah, because he's too much of a badass. He can't sit down. He's too much of a badass. He plays by his own rules. He's a loose cannon. So he plays by his own rules. I'm right here standing. We can do this standing up, baby. Oops.
He's looking nervous, Rob. Have your guys ready.
Hey, how are you?
And he is shitting his pants right now. He is absolutely shitting himself. He was not expecting that at all. Oh man, let's watch that big reveal again.
Right here standing.
He's looking nervous, Rob. Have your guys ready.
Hey, how are you? Why don't you have a seat on that stool for me there?
Yeah, he was not expecting that at all, man. Oh my god, that's one of the biggest shit himself faces I've ever seen on this show. Let's look at that again.
Rob, have your guys ready.
Hey, how are you? Why don't you have a seat on that stool for me there? What's up?
I'm looking for work and stuff.
Looking for work and stuff.
Yeah.
And
JPW, hey, I'm just here looking for work, man. I got no more income. But yeah, I mean, Chris Hansen is a little bit less formal here than in some of the earlier stings. And by this point, Fort Myers, he's a little bit been around the block a few times, so he's seen it all when it comes to the Predators at this point. He's seen naked guys, he's seen rabbis, he's seen fucking Jeff Stacy. So I mean, he's seen it all. So Yeah, I mean, so he's like, "What's up?" Instead of being like, "What are you doing here?" He's just like, "What's up?" Expecting, because you know that this guy's not going to give. I think Chris Hansen knows that this guy is going to be full of shit, and it's going to be quite humorous. So I think that's why Chris Hansen's a little bit more laid back with Thomas Coffen, because he is a little bit laid back. He is more laid back, I think, right now.
What kind of work were you looking for here exactly?
I do blacktop sealing.
Blacktop ceiling.
And it's funny because Coffen, as we know, this was the high point, or the end of this high point of his life. Because after this, he's been in jail like, so many times at this point. He's been in jail so many times at this point. He's been homeless. I mean, just look at the degradation of this guy, man. I mean, he started out, I mean, he looks okay. You know, he's fat and he's bald, but that's not, that's okay. But this is what he looks like now. Holy shit! This is what he looks like now. This is actually a more recent photo. I mean, so this was 31, so he would be what? This was, so 10 years and 15, he'd be 40. He's in his mid-40s at this point. And oh my god, he looks like he's about to drop dead. Yeah, he's been homeless. He's been in jail so many times at this point. Yeah, he is, this was the end of the high point. Not that he had a high point in his life, but yeah, now he's, it's been all downhill since. I mean, yeah. Yikes. Yikes, yikes, yikes. What's this? My computer is messed up, I'm saying. I got a virus on it and stuff.
Coffen's story didn't make a lot of sense. Now, do you want to start the story again?
What do you mean?
Tell the truth. That was a lie.
Sorry about that.
Why did you lie, Thomas?
I just don't like being in trouble, you know. I talk to a lot
I don't
of
like
people.
being in trouble, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I don't know. Who are the people that like to be in trouble, Thomas? Come on, son.
And I meet a lot of people.
Come to find out, Thomas Coffen had done this before and even sent a girl naked pictures of himself.
Yeah, he's actually a pretty, like, we all like to laugh about the absurdity of him, but he is actually a pretty dangerous guy. He's, you know, says it multiple times. This isn't the footage that actually aired on NBC, but this is the one where he, this is the raw footage, so it's a little bit different in terms of what they actually show and whatnot. But he does say, he says, I am into eating your pussy. That's not what I was looking for. He says, I'm into young girl. Oh yeah, he says, I am into young girl. I like them better than the older girls. The young girl. Yeah, so he's, how young has he dated before? 14. So he's done this before, and so he is a dangerous predator, and, yeah, I mean, we like to laugh at him, but yeah, it was probably the best thing that he was caught, because he would have done this multiple times still.
You sent this picture to someone who identified themselves as a 14-year-old girl?
I had those in my... Well, when I sent a picture...
Right.
I know. Now we get to see his hillbilly fucking excuse here. His brain rattling as fast as it's ever had in his entire life. We get to see what kind of excuses he comes up with now. Oh, you already tried the, I'm looking for work and stuff. That was a lie, obviously. Now he's gonna try this. He's gonna just keep trying a bunch of other lies, just hoping something sticks.
Appropriate?
No.
To send to a 14-year-old girl. I am into young girls. I like them better than older girls.
Younger, you know, like 19, 20. That's what I meant by that.
1920? 1920 ain't into you either, though.
Are you into sex? What was the biggest blank you have had? She says she's only had one. You talk about the size of your penis.
Ew. 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 Ugh. That's gross.
Well, I'll be honest. I admit with everything I did say on there. I'm a person. I don't like getting in any trouble because.
Well, how could you expect not to get into trouble by setting up a date after a sexually charged conversation with a girl who said she was 14? How could you expect not to get in trouble?
She PM me.
She PM'd me. Your son IM'd me. He told me to come on over. Yeah, so he's just trying every fucking excuse in the book, just trying to make something make sense that makes him look good. But yeah, he says again, I don't like to be in trouble, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, obviously, you don't like to be in trouble. Who likes to be in trouble? Oh my god, look at this guy. I think that's a, I know he has a Confederate flag tattoo. I don't know if you'll ever be able to see it. I don't know what this is on here. That's the American flag. I'm thinking that might be the Confederate flag also. I don't know what the hell it is, though. But yeah, he's also racist. Not only is he a predator, but he's a racist also.
A couple times I can show you and stuff.
Who approached whom first?
I clicked
Now he's
on
got his hat off.
the name.
You get to see that bald. See, that's at least the difference between him and Lord Armstrong. Lord Armstrong would never voluntarily take his hat off. Thomas Coffin's at least realizing, hey, let me be a little bit respectful. I'm in trouble. Let me try to suck up a little bit, take my hat off as a sign of respect. But yes, now we get to reveal that shiny cue ball head of his.
I say hi.
Moving by Pine Island.
Right. So you started the conversation.
Yeah.
And it's just an aside. If you've never seen the TCAP prank calls by Camping Fellow using his soundboard of Thomas Coffin's prank call, he's got really good ones. I'm moving by Pine Island. Do you mind that I'm 31?
Can you take a nude picture of yourself?
I just talk and
I just talk.
It's
just talking.
not to make anything bad. You know, I talk to a lot of people.
A lot of people.
I got a cousin that usually goes on the Twitter and types up stuff underneath my name.
And Chris Hansen's face says it all right there. Thomas Coffin, that's the trump card, that's the ace. That's his get out of jail free card. And Thomas Coffin says, I got a cousin that uses my computer, uses my name and stuff. Yeah, but come on. You can't expect that to work, can you? You absolutely cannot expect that to work. And Chris Hansen's even like, come on, you gotta be shitting me. Thomas Coffin's like, yes, that's gonna make it work. That's gonna get it out. But he's already basically admitted that he doesn't like to be in trouble. He's like, oh, but I did say that. But but he's like, oh yeah, I have a cousin that uses this account and uses my computer. You're like, yeah, right. Oh my goodness. It's like that's like the third excuse that he's tried. Also, well, if that was actually the case, it should have been the first excuse. Like if this was actually, say, there was a real story. It's like, okay, I came here to look for a blacktop job. But my cousin it's just coincidentally typed some shit up to someone that I was coincidentally coming to meet. And now, it's just like, that would have been like, did you send these photos? You'd be like, oh my god, I didn't send this. That would have been his first reaction right away, but instead now it's like his third excuse is, oh yeah, I have a cousin who uses that account who probably just wants to get me in trouble. He's a practical joker, just like Chris Hansen is a practical joker when he says, oh man, we never ordered anybody to be doxxed. Oh, we have new investigations on the way, $90 a year. Chris Hansen, you're a practical joker as well.
You're not trying to tell me that you didn't have this conversation.
I typed this.
You typed this.
There was no intentions of me doing that.
Did you bring condoms today? I've been listening into his conversation with Emily before I walk out to confront him. She asked about condoms.
Just gonna say, so did you bring the condoms? Did you bring protection? Did you bring?
Why does Dell why is Dell like doing her male voice when she's not even acting as a decoy right now? Did you bring the condoms? Or is that just her normal voice?
Make sure you say condoms with protection.
Condoms.
Did you bring condoms?
I always carry them on me.
Why don't you put them on the table?
There, I always have them.
You always carry them right here in your breast pocket. But for easy access?
No, when they're in my wallet, you end up sitting on them. They end up making a crease inside your wallet and stuff.
You wouldn't want that.
No.
A lot of these guys.
So yeah, I mean, obviously, that doesn't show probably my favorite line of this whole thing when he says, "Well, you sit on them, they end up getting crushed." I don't know why they would cut that golden line out, but yes, when you sit on them, they end up getting crushed. You wouldn't want that. You would not want that, especially when you're coming to meet a 13-year-old girl in Thomas Coffin's mind. He's like, yes, I gotta make sure that I protect my condoms because, God forbid, I accidentally use one that's crushed and I get her impregnated. Yeah, no, you wouldn't want that. Man, it's just like this type of guy, you should just have their dicks cut off and just never be allowed to procreate. And unfortunately, he does have children, but as he'll say, he hasn't seen them, which I guess is fortunate. I wouldn't want my kids to be around Thomas Coffen, and yeah. Look at this. I mean, this just screams mid-2000s with the Hurley hat.
Guys have families.
I got children from my previous marriage.
He was married at one point. Wow. I just thought they were conceived out of, like, wedlock or something. But, yeah, he was actually married. Oh, that's unfortunate, man. I feel bad for that wife, his ex-wife. You know, oh, didn't I see your ex-husband Coffen on Thomas Coffen on Dateline last week? Oh, yeah, I know. That's why I divorced him.
3.
You have 3 children. And how old are they?
14, 13, and 5. I
You had to
one
think
boy.
about it.
14, 13, and 5. And the 14-year-old is a girl. I mean, it's wrong on every
So
level.
he was 31 during this, and he has a 14-year-old. So that means, what, he was 17 when he had his first kid? Jeez. But, so, couldn't have been from his previous marriage. Probably got married because he had the kids. So, yeah, it probably wasn't a good situation for anybody. 13?
Anyway, but then to have a 14-year-old daughter at home, you know, the inevitable question arises, would you be comfortable
No, I
if your 14-year-old daughter was home alone and
Who is that guy?
a man in his 30s came over to meet her
No,
after this kind of a conversation?
No, I wouldn't.
So if it's not okay for your 14-year-old daughter, why is it okay for you to do this with a 14-year-old girl?
I might have said what I said there, but there was no intentions of it.
That doesn't make sense.
I'm being straight up with you. You know, I swear, my own kids' life, I'm being straight up with you.
Yeah, don't say that.
Your own
Don't
kids'
say
life.
that.
Yeah, I love my kids dearly. I don't get to see them, but I love them
Don't
dearly.
say that.
One of the
Don't say
saddest-
that. Don't say that. Because they're obviously lying. He knows that he's fucking lying, and he's just gonna go ahead and throw the lives of innocent children into the fold there. Come on, man, don't do that, Coffen. I swear on my own kids' life. Yeah, I love my kids. I don't get to see them, so fuck their lives. If I could kill them right now to get out of trouble, I would do it.
Parts of this crime is the collateral damage. So
I'm
what
gonna
happens
skip through this.
have you ever seen Dateline NBC? To the children
Fuck it.
who are at home. Have you ever seen
Not
Dateline
standing
NBC?
That, no, I usually watch sci-fi.
Right.
One of my favorite things in TCAP, and it's very underrated. It only happens a handful of times throughout the whole show. Is when Chris Hansen asks, you know, oh, do you watch television? Do you watch Dateline NBC? And when the Predator responds, no, but I watch sci-fi and I watch Will and Grace and fucking 24. Those are my favorites right now. But no, Thomas Coffen. And no, it's not. I don't need to know your television watching preferences. But Thomas Coffen's like, no, I usually watch sci-fi. And, yeah, he doesn't even look like a sci-fi watcher. Are you kidding me? This guy looks like he should be watching fucking mud wrestling at the dump or whatever. You know, some local hick shit. You know, first of all, how does he afford cable? And number two, sci-fi? This guy doesn't look like he even graduated 8th grade. And he says he watches sci-fi because he's a real bad, you know, he's actually plot twist. He's a real fucking intelligent person who just got shuddered and just made look like a buffoon. He was set up by Chris Hansen. Plot twist.
Have you ever seen our stories on computer predators, adults who go online to try to meet kids? Thomas, this is one of those stories, and I'm Chris Hansen with Dateline NBC.
And he does that a few times where he like blinks like, whoa, like twice in a row. Watch that again.
Thomas, this is one of those stories, and I'm Chris Hansen with Dateline NBC.
I don't know what the fuck that is, but it's pretty funny. I don't know what that's like, what is causing that. Probably drugs, I'm assuming. But yeah, I don't know what's causing that, but it's pretty funny. And you don't get to see his other great line here, because this footage, for some reason, just decides to cut out all the classic lines. Like when he says, my computer's messed up, I got a virus on it, and stuff. And it magically types itself like a player piano. Yeah, that's probably, that might be my favorite line from this, Coffen footage, you know. My computer's messed up, I'm saying. I got a virus on it, and stuff. And stuff.
And we're doing a story about adults meeting kids online. And if there's anything else you'd like to say, we'd like to hear it. And if not, obviously you're free to walk out that door.
No. He's so shocked that he's being
Prepared to
arrested.
have more than one guy show up at the same time. And it's happened.
But the reason I picked the raw footage, you'll see, is because we get a cameo from a top 3 Predator. We get a nice cameo right here. I want you guys to watch this.
First investigation. Sometimes the police make it.
Great! Wow! He's home baked? We got a cameo from our fucking one of the best predators of all time right here. I was on my way to the beach. Oh man, and then you see him in the handcuffs in the front of the police truck. I guess this is great. Wow, these are home baked.
arrest and don't have time to take the guy away and have to hold him.
Man, he looks so sad too. This isn't a Michael Willis fucking review, but geez, oh man, he's fucking legendary predator right here. Great, wow, these are home baked. As he leaves, he stumbles off the porch and right into the arms of the Fort Myers police.
So they can make a second arrest, and they'll take both of the guys to be questioned. Don't have a choice. Processed for that, and that's what happened.
I wonder what this car ride. Oh my god, that means they went through their booking process together. That must have been fucking legendary shit. Like they were probably cracking jokes, like, "Yo, hey, great man, yo, you went for the cookies too, man. They were home baked."
Thomas Coffen left. They didn't have a chance to get the other guy out of there, so they had to take him both.
Nice, like, seat up. I won't be able to get
That's
in.
fine,
I won't
hop
be able to
in.
get in. Maybe just like tell him, just get in, asshole.
I'm gonna walk over here to this part over
They went
here.
through their booking. Oh, look at that gut. Look at that gut. Ugh. He's disgusting. He looks like a disgusting person, man. Like, he is disgusting because of what he did, but then just his appearance just gives off disgusting. I'll be wearing... Oh, yeah, and then he says... I don't know if I showed this. I'll be wearing my cowboy look, is what he said to the decoy. Wearing. Baby, tell me, what are you wearing? What the fuck? This is how I'm, like, convinced that he didn't pass. He didn't finish middle school. Wearing. W-H-E-R-E-I-N-G. What are you wearing right now? He says it multiple times. So, baby, tell me what you are wearing. And then I like how the response, LOL. Because this whoever was behind this screen name was just like, yeah, this guy's a fucking moron. And he says it right here. I will be wearing my cowboy look. Oh my god.
I think he's ready for it.
Who do I gotta talk to after?
You'll talk to a couple of people.
Have to watch your
Alright. He had some condoms were in there. The address of the location was on there on a piece of paper, so we took all that as evidence.
Wow, 29 months. He's been in prison basically ever since. He's been in and out of jail so many times. But yes, that's it. Thomas Coffen, we did it. The cowboy predator, the sex symbol predator, the crushed predator, although we didn't get to see it. But yes, that is Thomas Coffen, the fucking, just overall, one of the best, one of my favorites personally. Oh yeah, you can see the Confederate, you can barely see it, but that is a Confederate flag tattoo right there. Yeah, this guy's a fucking mess. Alright, that's gonna do it. Until next time, I'll see you guys later.